of you have asked what our ethnicity is and like what we are. And we are Spanish, Portuguese, Filipino, Irish, and German, and Mexican, and we are very proud of our heritage. Yes.
No, it's not 100%.
Yo, you're disrespecting
they're not really
mad people.
You guys aren't Asian. They're like their own thing. They're like Hawaiian. What's Hawaiian? They're not Spanish. What's Hawaiian? What are Hawaiian
you
people?
guys know when you just keep digging yourself a bigger
What's Hawaiian people? Filipinos are Filipinos because everybody is their own thing. Why do we have to categorize?
Oh, okay,
Why do we have to categorize?
it now.
Okay, so do you think Filipinos are Asian? I know, but she's still Asian.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Do you think they're Asian or island Pacific? In terms of food?
No.
In terms of culture? Everyone. Asian or island Pacific?
I'd have to say Pacific Islanders because they're always doing shit.
What are some similarities amongst like all Asians that you can think of?
We love to eat rice. Come on now.
Do we all eat rice?
Oh yeah, that's a given.
Rice.
Rice.
We're Asian, okay. Number one, out of everything, we eat rice. And I'm not trying to be racist. And like everyone's like, oh, everyone's gonna be like, oh, that's so racist, you know, Filipinos just cause, you know, some, you know, they eat rice. No, okay. If you look at all the diets of all the nationalities and races out there in the world, and you look at Asians, including Filipinos, Asians, predominantly, our diet consists of rice. So, we're either biting off of Asians, or we're Asians ourselves.
You're used to Asian culture and manners and etiquette. An example being taking off your shoes in the house or eating rice with your meals. That was something I grew up always doing.
There are no shoes in the house.
Take off your shoes when it's at the house.
Exactly. Oh, taking off your shoes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely my
I always make my friends take off their shoes, and they're just like, "You're so Chinese," and I'm like, "Why?" You're so Chinese. You're so Chinese. I'm like. It's
Because we are Asian, if it's not obvious by our eyes. No, I'm just actually no. Our eyes are pretty small. No, yeah they are. Well, when we smile, they're small. Yeah. I'm just actually no. Our eyes are pretty small. No, yeah they are.
And Filipinos have similarities and differences to Asians. We don't use chopsticks, we're kind of more tanned, we've got bigger eyes.
It's not obvious by our eyes.
We've got bigger eyes.
By our eyes, no.
We've got bigger eyes.
By our eyes, no.
and Filipinos have big. I think
Are Filipinos Asian?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
I honestly consider us Pacific Islanders.
I consider myself Pacific Islander.
Mexican.
Asian.
I kind of consider myself Pacific Islander because it's in the island of the Pacific Ocean.
Asian. Yeah.
I'm really indifferent about it. I consider myself as an American human being.
Do you guys flip-flop depending on if it serves to your advantage? Like if it comes to a bad stereotype, you're like, hold up, I'm Pacific Islander. And then when it's a good stereotype, you're like, you know, I'm Asian.
I honestly did that a couple times. I do.
Good to have you on the team half the time, guys. Thanks.
Then when it counts for us.
I think they're like, nah, we're Pacific
I
Islanders.
agree with that. I feel like that's what it is too.
You guys don't have a choice.
We're Asian.
I'm 100% Filipino, and I would say I'm Asian. And that's because culturally, ethnically, geographically, I think Filipinos are closer to the Asians than they are to the Pacific Islanders. And if you've seen my DNA results reveal video, you'll see that in my case, that is very much true. My DNA is more Asian than it is Pacific Islander.